Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday, the 5th of January, 2023. Remember, it's a new year, it's a new night. It's our second night for the year, being on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So remember, we are live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell. And we are also on TikTok. Saieed Ali, Real Talk. Like us, add us, share us to your friends and family, local, regional, and international. So viewers, at this point in time, we still maintain the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, and I want to thank God for that. I work very hard for it, and it is mine. It is mine. Not mine. Let me correct myself, but my team. So presently, we maintain the #1 current affairs program in our country. I want to thank my team publicly, Navin, Flex, Jovel, Shania, for the hard work that they put in. May God give them the strength and the health and the wisdom to continue with their work that they do for Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I just wanted to say that. So viewers, remember my licensed money lender. Those of you looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. You have gold, you have house, you have land, you have vehicle. As long as you're not owing on it, we will do business with you. Remember that. And the Real Talk Credit Union, they are offering you up to 4% on a fixed deposit. So when you set up a fixed deposit with Real Talk Credit Union, 4% on 100,000 per year, it's $4,000. The highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago presently. Very soon, South will be getting a Real Talk Credit Union. Very soon, very, very soon. But nevertheless, I just want to thank those that work hard with me in the years gone by. We had some that left. But nevertheless, one thing I would say tonight, when God blesses you, He would remove those that are not supposed to be around you and enjoy your blessings. That I would say tonight. When God bless you because of your honesty and your hard work, those that are not supposed to be around you, He will move them. Whether it take a month, whether it take 2 months, whether it take 3 months, whether it take a year, 2 years, whatever they did to upset you, just thank God that He brought it to light at the right time. That is what I have to say. Thank God that He brought it to light at the right time. But I give God thanks for that. Now, God is only exposed those around you that is not worthy to be around you when He's going to bless you again. And those that are around you that does not supposed to inherit from that blessing will not be there. That I could see. So Trinidad and Tobago, as we start off our program tonight, is TNT going to raise the electricity price? Let's hear what they have to say. The Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, has stated that grants are offered to senior citizens and other vulnerable groups to help them pay their utility bill. This is what RIC is saying. However, the agency proposed residential rate increase for Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, TNTEC, does not make provision for exempting senior citizens. All I hear this carefully, you know. They do not make provision for exempting senior citizens from a possible increase in their electricity bill. So you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? That grant that they get from the government, RIC is telling us, the Regulated Industries Commission is telling us that they will not make provision for them. That is not their duty. Their duty is to govern. That is their duty. However, RIC Communication Manager, Mr. Ramjan, explained that only the government can make the decision, but the RIC is aware of the financial impact and rates increase can have for retired persons and those in vulnerable groups. Listen this. Ramjan, Tier 1, proposed a $13 increase for customers with a monthly consumption of 200 kilowatt hour. So if you have a 200 kilowatt hour, your proposed income will be $13. She also stressed that those who go beyond the 200 kilowatt threshold will have to pay, as Tier 1 is capped by consumption. Ramjan said the consultation phase of the proposed increase will begin in a fortnight. Ramjan said that the full draft proposal, which goes into detail, explain why a rate increase can be justified, will be available for public viewing on its website from today. So we have the website, the name of the website. Tell Joe to get the website now so we could alert the people so they would know. They will be able to go up on the website and view the details. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
You're live, go right ahead.
No matter what people do in this country, they will ever get any help from this government. They out to suffer the poor people. If they say that they owe in the government money, why they have to jack up the price so poor people have to pay for that? Because them big shots don't pay for nothing. All the ministers them don't have to pay for them things. Them living for free. One more thing I had to say before I go, I call them from Gasparilla. Gasparilla police station, you can't get no call to them. Even though you see bandits in the area, you can't get no call because anyhow you try to have no phone to call Gasparilla police station. I don't know if you could do anything to.
So is it that the phone lines in Gasparilla station working or not working?
Well, I don't know because they have phone number. When you're calling, you're not getting through. But other people telling me yes, they have a phone, but they're not giving out the number to nobody.
Okay.
So I don't know if you could do anything or say anything about it.
Well, tomorrow we will check it out tomorrow and see if it's working or not.
All right.
Thank you, my friend. With a shortfall of $53 million for Carnival 2023, the intended mother of all Carnival and the National Carnival Commission, NCC, says it will make do with, hear this figure, it will make do with the $147 million allocated to it by the government. Now we understand that's culture. We understand that is an investment for the government to bring in foreign exchange into the country. I understand that. What I don't understand is that the bloody hell corporations in Trinidad and Tobago have to beg the finance ministry to release funds to buy material to patch the road. Listen to this. Transport Commissioner, Licensing Department, police officers, warden officers, traffic warden officers, they are telling us as individual and vehicle owners, make sure your vehicle is in proper roadworthy condition to be on the road. They cannot get, the corporation cannot get money to patch the road. But Carnival, the government is going to invest $147 million. We are talking about $47 million, you know. We are talking about a figure as much as $147 million. Why not spend $100 million on Carnival and give each corporation a couple $100,000 to buy material to patch the road? Why not? Let me tell you something, common sense, not everybody have that. Not everybody have that. NCC Chairman Winston Gypsy Peters admitted that he believed a successful carnival event would cost $200 million. Hey, we're talking about tax-paying citizen money here, you know. Keep that in mind. Almost $200 million, but was graceful for what he received. Imagine that. He grateful $147 million for Carnival. The corporation can't get that blinking cent to buy material to patch the road. Come now, man, Trinidad and Tobago. Is that we dumb, we deaf, we stupid, or we dotish at the same time? At the same time. And when Saieed come on set now and make noise, it have some hooligans now will call in and bash me. But at the end of the day, when your son can't go down in a big hole and the ball joint drop out, why the hell you don't bash the pothole? Saieed mustn't say nothing. And the more the hooligans call in, is the more I will put them in their place. Because at the end of the day, when I drive my Porsche or my Range Rover or my Benz on the road, we must drive it in a smooth road. Not a dilapidated road. I pay tax. You know, Saieed, you know, well, they don't collect road tax again. They don't collect road tax. They don't. But when the shock bursts from a big hole, and your tire bent from a big hole, and the whole axle part fall out from the impact of a big hole, who we blaming? You blaming Saieed? No, don't blame Saieed. I'm trying to get that fixed for you. That's why the watchman, you see 2023? You see 2023? You see nonsense and lackadaisical thinking and not being effective on your work and not performing. Let me tell you something, it's a different story in 2023 now. Who have to go will go and who have to stay will stay and reap the benefits. That is 2023. That is my vision. And that is my vision for my business and for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed. Me again.
Thank you, my friend.
For 2 years, we didn't have Carnival.
Yes.
And no normal people didn't die. I don't see why they couldn't stop Carnival in 2023 and take that money and fix the effing road in Trinidad.
Thank you, my friend. So I just want to interrupt my news forecast for something very important. Scores of persons turned out today for the procession and the funeral of Dr. Leroy Castell, hope it's correct, also known as Black Stalin. Callis, my mistake. Leroy Callis, also known as Black Stalin. So this was the streets for the late Black Stalin. Turnout was good, masqueraders was good. He had a proper send-off. In style too. Look at that. Look at this. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but you see that carriage? That carriage, watch me now, man. You're going in style, you know. Look at that. So tonight I just want to thank the people who participated, the people who came out, you know, everyone to support the farewell of a well-known man in the music industry, Black Stalin. And we would also like to say condolences to the family. May God give them the health and strength to come out of the grief that they are in. Masqueraders, Moko Jombi. It was a whole session today. Listen to this now. Several stores on High Street were flooded today while WASA was doing some repairs. Look at this. Look at that. I believe they were digging a hole and the backhoe ended up bursting a line. And look at that. Water. This is in High Street, San Fernando, viewers. High Street in San Fernando. Look at that. They probably hit the line by accident. We never know. It's sad, but say what. So viewers, it is time now that we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, viewers, we're going to talk about the health minister get vaccinated before Carnival, right after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Caroni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Realtalk Credit Union.
Welcome back to Realtalk, viewers. I just want to send condolences to Mr. Winston Gypsy Peters on the passing of his wife. So condolences to the singer and his family. Condolences to them. Health Minister Terence Yalsing. If you plan to play mass or go to Carnival Fete, Health Minister Terence Yalsing wants you to get vaccinated or boosted. In an interview, Yalsing stated that COVID was still a part of TNT landscape. While health restrictions have been lifted, except for mask wearing in health institutions, the Alsing stated that persons who are immunocompromised or elderly are still facing a grave risk. He also made a direct appeal to masqueraders to get vaccinated to protect elderly parents or grandparents. He said, persons could be asymptomatic and they can be negatively impacted. The minister also states that over the next few weeks, representatives from various regional health authorities will be going to malls and other populated places to offer vaccine and booster shots. Caller, good night.
Good night.
You're live, go right ahead.
Mr. Saheed, Gaston police station have a phone working because I called the phone yesterday and the police answer. But Gaston police station is very corrupted. They like underhand money. It's very, very corrupted. They like bribe.
Well, I cannot say they like bribe or they're corrupted or not. I cannot say that. But according to her, she called and she got through. So which many lines are working at the Gasparilla police station. Moving along, Paria manager Mustaq Mohammed have stated that he was disappointed that the discrepancies between Paria permit to work system and LMCS system method statement was not picked up on during contract negotiation, as the mitigation barrier were removed in the wrong order, leading to a Delta P incident. Speaking during the Commission of Inquiries into the tragedy incident on February 25, 2022 at Paria Bird 5, he said that the removal of the mitigation barrier was not supposed to take place until the job was done. Wow. New things coming up. New things coming up. Mohammed stated that once workers were present in the hyperbaric chamber, the mitigation barrier was present for 3 reasons: to prevent gas from fuel getting into the chamber, to prevent sparks from getting into pipeline, and to prevent persons from tripping and falling into that 30-inch space. Listen to this.
Once that hyperbaric chamber was in operation and people was in that hyperbaric chamber, those barriers were to be used.
For what reason?
Remember the reason that we would have discussed was 2 important things, right? One is the issue of fuel, the gas from the fuel or poisonous or potential harmful gases from the fuel getting into the hyperbaric chamber. 2, that while they were welding and welding were taking place, that we didn't have sparks or any kind of hot liquid getting into the pipeline, which probably still had hydrocarbon. 3, like everything else, you wouldn't want people. Remember, this is an open space, 30-inch open space. They'll also have the migration barrier to prevent tools, people, anything from tripping and falling into the space. Once people was inside of that hyperbaric chamber and you had an open 30-inch space, typically in industry, all of those spaces are closed, surrounded, barred. That's normal industry practice. You don't leave an open 30-inch space where there's a possibility for people to fall into while they're working in an area.
He added that based on the permit to work, the plugs were to maintain in place until the chambers was removed, as the potential for gas getting into the chamber and affecting people goes away. Listen to this.
They didn't identify Delta P. However, the barrier was supposed to remain in place until the chamber was removed, right?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
All right. So think about it like this, right? So we have men working in that chamber, right? As I said, the potential of gases come up into the chamber. So once you had men working in that chamber.
No, once you've taken the chamber off, right?
Right. So once you take the chamber off, the Delta P goes away. There's no pressure.
No, you're misunderstanding me.
Sorry.
It's probably my fault. Once you finished the job of work, so as to remove the chamber,
right?
Once whatever else needed to be done was done, and you're going to remove the chamber,
right?
Why did you need to leave the plugs in?
The plugs, once nobody was working inside the chamber and the work was completed, there would have been no reason to keep the plugs in. But the plugs were to remain in until the chamber and was removed.
Why?
Commissioner of Inquiry Chair Jeremy Lynch, KC, stated that during contract negotiation, there was a back and forth between PARIA and LMCS as to who was responsible for which aspect of the job. He questioned why the discrepancies between the two documents had not been picked up during this process. Mohammed said the method statement was not cast in stone, and in a production facility, there were barriers and various types in place to prevent incidents like this, and he expected that it would have been picked up.
When you, the firm, not you necessarily, but when the company received this, and you have this procedure for batting ideas back and forth, didn't someone pick up on this and say, look, this must not happen before you've taken the hyperbaric chamber away?
I would say, Chairman, that it probably didn't happen on the reading of the method statement, right? But the method statement is also not cast in stone.
No, of course not.
Right. Things change day to day, right? Things happen before, after. And in work on a facility, on a production facility, there are a number of barriers to preventing accidents. So you have the risk assessment, you have the permit to work, you have the method statement, right? So somewhere along, if one barrier is missed, for example, it was missed in the method statement, it's expected that somewhere along the line,
I couldn't agree more, if I may say so.
It would get picked up.
Couldn't agree more.
So viewers, before we continue any more concerning the PARIA, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, I just want to, there are some persons of interest. I want to put their picture up on television, and after, we will go back to the PARIA incident after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Coroni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
So viewers, there are some persons of interest that needs to contact me as soon as 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please do. So we have Rodney Harry. I'm looking for this vehicle. You can get the front of this vehicle. I'm looking for this vehicle. PBT 8998. And I'm looking for Rodney Harry. Looking for that individual also. So anybody know this guy? Could you tell him Saieed? Get in contact with Saieed ASAP, or as the public will know what's going on. And also I'm looking for this vehicle, PBT 8998. So the person who driving that vehicle, that Peugeot, before I put out a reward for all you, come and see me, please. I know skin and going thing here. Come and see me, because somewhere along the road, a bailiff or a police will see that vehicle and they go bring it for me. So before we go down that road, all you come and see me. Rodney B. Harry, get in contact with me. Also, I'm looking for Nicholas Bodram. This individual with this vehicle. Would you contact me please? 8CE5236. 8CE5236. Nicholas Bodram. Would you please contact me tomorrow? Otherwise, a reward will be offered for the vehicle also. Rudinath Singh. Rudinath. You and this vehicle. TBB 4556. Would you contact me tomorrow? Otherwise, a reward will be offered for you and your vehicle. Some people feel Saieed make joke. You see, come into business? Those cannot go in with me. I am a very serious man. Rudinath Singh. I'm also looking for Randy Ramcharan. Randy Ramcharan with this vehicle. Hold on, let's see Randy photo just now. Randy Ramcharan and the vehicle. Anybody know about this vehicle? We could zoom up on the number plate on the vehicle. Hold on, viewers. Hold on, viewers. It's a Honda Civic. Good. Zoom on the number plate. I am a businessman. I love to do business with the public. But be straight with me. Be straight with me. So I'm looking for Rodney Ramcharan, and I'm also looking for this vehicle. It's a Honda Civic. Get in touch with me tomorrow. Do not let 12 o'clock tomorrow pass with these individuals. Rodney Harry, Nicholas Bodram, Rudinath Singh, Randy Ramcharan. Please contact me tomorrow. Otherwise, reward will be offered for your vehicles. And anywhere a bailiff or a police see it, they will take it from whoever it is driving. I'm very serious. Whoever driving those vehicles, a bailiff or a police will seize it. So contact me tomorrow. And we go talk further from there. So I just want to send a shout out to Sharida Mohammed. Sharida, you get a shout out, my dear. Good night to you and moms. Glad you all visited me this morning. So viewers, we're going back to our story with the Paria incident. Now listen this, Listen this. While several offers were made to rescue divers trapped in an undersea oil pipeline belonging to Paria Fuel Trading Company Limited, no solid rescue was presented, no rescue plan was presented to Paria by anyone, according to Paria Terminal and Trading Manager Mr. Mustaq Mohammed. Mohammed responded by asking the hearing to consider all the activities done since the men had been stuck in, and he said that LMCS were the first responders. Listen to this.
According to Mr. Piper, from the time when Budram came out, the timeline was approximately 3 to 5 hours in order to be safe to have a rescue. So by Saturday at 4 a.m. was too late, according to Mr. Piper.
That's a perspective, but I would say that rescue activities were being attempted way before that by the LMCS crew, who were the first responders.
Now viewers, Mirage asked if before any rescue attempt was made before 4 a.m., in which Mohammed replied that up to 4 a.m. on February 26, Paria was working on a rescue plan with several agencies. Mirage also stated that LMCS had a rescue plan. Mohammed replied that LMCS did suggest a method, but he did not call it a rescue plan.
Even up to 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, Paria did not have a rescue plan.
No, I would say that hold on. Up until 4 o'clock Friday morning, Paria had developed...
You mean Saturday morning?
Saturday morning, Paria had evaluated or was working with a number of different rescue agencies to be able to have a workable rescue plan. What Paria did not have was a workable rescue plan.
Were you aware that LMCS had a rescue plan?
I was aware that LMCS had a rescue. I don't know if to call it a rescue plan. What was? Let me just think a little bit.
Okay,
LMCS. The information that we had at the time, and just bear with me, I'm trying to recall, right? The information we had at the time was there was a method that LMCS was suggesting. I wouldn't call that a plan.
Imagine that, viewers. Imagine that. Pressed by Lynch as to whether he had prevented Andrew from entering the pipeline, Mohammed added that he was only seeking to prevent him entering with a plan that ignored the possible risk.
Were you seeking to prevent him from going in the pipeline?
I was seeking to prevent Mr. Farr from entering the pipeline with a plan that, in my mind, didn't consider the risk of going into that pipeline to execute a rescue.
Does it follow from that that you sought at that time to prevent him from going in the pipeline?
Well, I think saying yes to that question without context is, I just don't know how I answer that question without context.
Well, you've given the context. I want to know the answer. did you seek to stop him from going in the pipeline? For perfectly good reasons, according to what you're saying, but is that what you wanted to achieve?
I'd probably say yes.
Good.
So viewers, we've given you the storyline of what took place. Maharaj questioned the arrival of divers and equipment from Subsea Global Solution, SGS. And if Paria had talked to SGS, Mohammed stated that they did not speak to them because the Coast Guard and diving companies said entering the pipeline was too risky. Listen to this.
Did the IMT or you decide that you wanted to talk to them to find out whether you would agree with them or disagree with them?
No, we did not speak with them.
Why?
We did not speak with them because we had called the Coast Guard and we had called our specialist diving companies to be able to discuss the potential for a rescue, right? Both of these companies, including the Coast Guard, by 1 o'clock that night say that it was too risky to be able to get into that pipeline, to be able to do that rescue.
Yeah, you have said that.
Right, so that was the approach that we had.
So imagine that. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I was notified that there are two persons that who no longer work with us. We're going to show the picture on television to let you know that they cannot conduct any business on our behalf. But we're going for a short commercial break, and when we come back from that break, you're going to see this photo.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Coroni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So welcome back, viewers. We had two employees that left Real Talk Group of Company. One on Tuesday and one today. So we have Crystal John. Now Crystal John would have worked with Real Talk Group of Companies in our loan department. She is no longer employed at Real Talk Group of Company loan department. So any individual who does business with Crystal concerning Real Talk loans, you are asked to contact 238-6716 or 339-1670. She is no longer employed with our company. So we are just letting the public know that if you are doing business with her concerning Real Talk, contact us. And there's one other photo, Sarah, she's no longer the manager of our South branch. We didn't have a photo of her as yet, but as soon as we get it, we're gonna let you know. So those two persons, Crystal and Sarah, are no longer employed at Real Talk Group of Companies, and any individual is doing business with them on behalf of our company, contact our office. So moving along, viewers, Paria Health and Safety Environment Coordinator Paul Yearwood have stated that the company awarded a contract to LMCS to conduct work on its pipeline at Bird 6 before reviewing the method statement and risk assessment. Ryan Nanton, described as an HSE specialist for Paria by Yearwood, was tasked with reviewing the statement to identify any risk that the job may present. Yearwood confirmed that at no point in time the potential of the Delta P situation was identified in the review. Look at that. Counsel to Commission. Senior Counsel Ramesh Lawrence Maraj questioned both Yearwood and Nanton qualifications to identify the possibility of the differential pressure. Maraj questioned how either Nanton or Yearwood could have been considered contempt. Yearwood could be considered competent to review the document submitted by LMCS when neither had the... Hey, let me tell you something, this is real bacchanal, you know. The Commission Chairman, King Counsel Jeremy Lynch, interjected, telling Yearwood if LMCS had been wrong in their risk assessment, then both Yearwood and Nanton would be wrong in their assessment of the documents. So we're going to pause on that situation for tonight, but we're going to continue this on a later story. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah, somebody just called me. My son name is Randy Ramcharan, right? And he said that something with the car 5809 PBM.
All right, here what to do. Call me privately tomorrow and we're going to discuss this.
Is it something serious?
Call me privately tomorrow and we will discuss this. I just highlighted as a matter of concern for the individual to get in touch with me tomorrow. I will not say more. I don't think you want your business son out. I could put it out here, you know. But I don't think you go want that. Hey. Now, see how people is getting makeup? You see how messages reach out fast? All the time my office calling. There's my office calling. Nobody to return a phone call. We are not the individual living or the dead. As the picture go up on TV. Oh, is he grandson? Oh, his son? His son? You see? There's lots more I could say about it. But I would not. I would just let the public know I'm looking for these individuals. And they are said, that is all. Nothing wrong with that. Trinidad and Tobago, 2023. Real Talk with Saieed Ali and Real Talk Group of Company, Real Talk Credit Union. Let me tell you something. This work from 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I goes to bed around 11, 12. Monday to Saturday. I work very hard. My workers will tell you that. They just even ask me, Saieed, when you just get time to go out, or when you just get time to go to dinner or to Lime. Business is business. You cannot perform in my work. As a matter of fact, in any job that you go, there's a certain amount of responsibility that you have to give. It is required of you. And when you are lacking in your position, management is going to come down. Caller, good night.
Nice, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. Happy New Year to you and the family.
Same to you, my lord. But listen, I called to raise an issue. I don't know if you could recall Mr. Imbert in the last budget, he promised to give the pensioners $1,000 one-off payment.
Yes,
January.
for traveling.
Yes.
Yes.
But so far, it didn't have anything showing up in the account. So people were asking the question. And I still want to find out from you, if you hear any update on that, because...
Okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to let my newsroom do a little update and make a little call and see if we get any updates on it.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend, for raising the issue. Now that pensioners have to pay to use the inter-island fast ferry, some are wondering whether their free bus ticket will be taken away. However, Social Development Minister Donna Cox stated that there were no need to worry. So senior citizens used to travel from Trinidad to Tobago free. Free. Now they have to pay. Now Donna Cox is telling the senior citizens that they don't have to worry. Cox stated that the budget announcement did not speak about the removal of free bus ticket. So there is no cause for worry. Wow. Question to the elderly about how they were feeling now that they have to pay $25 one way and $50 return if they use a fast ferry to Tobago. Some felt it was unfair, while others were unfazed. One Claxton Bay resident stated that he enjoyed the free ferry previously and felt it was unfair for the government to take away this privilege from pensioners. He called on the government to be more considerate to the elderly. During the last budget, Finance Minister Colin Imbert announced that those over the age of 60 will have to pay $25 one way and $50 return to use this service from January 1st. Listen to this.
Currently, persons aged 60 and over travel free on the Sea Bridge. I propose to introduce a charge for persons over 60 of $25 one way. The standard class on the Sea Bridge at this point in time, the ticket cost is $50. This will be increased to $75. The premium cabins on the ferries currently attract a charge of $100. This will be increased to $150. The estimated increase in annual revenue for the Sea Bridge will be $30 million, which will still operate a loss and will be supported by subsidy in the amount of $170 million a year. These measures will take effect on the 1st of January 2023.
Imagine that, old age citizen, that was a benefit to them that they no longer have. It has been taken away from them. It's sad, It's sad. Now listen to this, With the rising price on electricity, do you think Supermarket Association is going to raise prices on frozen product? That is something we would actually have to have a debate on. Because if electricity goes up, what's going to happen? Senior citizens, their privilege to ride free from Trinidad to Tobago and return has been taken away. Has been taken away. They can no longer enjoy that. It's sad. It's sad to know that this happened. It's really sad, It's really, really sad. So the senior citizens, they actually have no say. Now, you're getting pension about $3,000 a month. Your groceries coming up to $2,000 the last of the month. Plus you have medication. You have water rate to pay at the end of 4 months. You have a little traveling here and there during the 30 days. You have a doctor visit. You have an increase in electricity. Now they might see an increase in frozen produce or product. Imagine that. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night. I just want to let you know that nobody received the extra $1,000 on the pension.
It's not 3,000?
Yeah, they get the same amount of money. Nobody got it up. Of all the people along with pension. So
No, what figure they got?
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. Thank you for the correction. But I mean, with the increase in electricity, you have to pay an increased electricity bill, and we don't know if frozen produce will go up, such as meat, vegetable, all these things. We don't know for sure. Because if a grocery, let's say at the end of 3 months, a grocery pay a light bill of 50,000, and they have an increase of probably 55 or 60,000. Just saying. You understand? Look at that vast amount. Who are they going to pass that on to? Who are they going to pass it on to? It's sad. But nevertheless, viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. I just want to say thank you for viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Remember, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on TikTok. It's another day tomorrow. I want to thank God for today. A bit tiring, a bit hectic, but nevertheless. Remember, I'm a licensed money lender. Real Talk Credit Union is giving you up to 4% on a fixed deposit over 5 years. You can come and open an account for yourself, for your kid. You could actually open an account for your kid. Imagine that, your child, right here at Real Talk Credit Union. So viewers, until we meet again, I want to say good night. There's a rerun of this program from 11:30 a.m. tomorrow to 12:30 p.m. Until Friday the 6th of January, we'll be right here. Good night.